You only call me on the weekends when you're out and about, only chasing highs. You need me. He brings me flowers on a Tuesday. He gives me good love and something that I never thought existed. I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind now. A queen needs a king to be by her side. On my mind's loving's on my mind. He can do me better, he can do me better.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambriea and welcome to another episode in my Hoarders series. If you are new here, my name is Cambriea. I am a mom of two small boys, and every Sunday I do this Hoarder series where I go to somebody else's house and help get their lives back in order. Now, sometimes these are extreme hoarders with a ton of stuff. Sometimes these are specific hoarders where they hoard specific things and it's just certain areas of their home that need help. But I love to go and just help different families in need of some organization, decluttering, and a good cleaning. So if you guys love cleaning motivation, make sure you stay tuned because this one is a good one.
On my mind's loving's on my mind. He can do me better, he can do me better.
So as you can see, we are working on the master closet. If you've missed the past 2 weeks, I have done the master bedroom and master bath, and now I'm working on the closet. These were all big enough projects that I definitely couldn't get them all done in one day, so I split them up into 3 different days. And here I'm just kind of going through and grabbing obvious recyclables and trash, as well as trying to grab all the shoes that are just thrown on the floor. I'm not donating them or getting rid of them in this black bag. It's purely just because I needed an easier way to get them out of the closet without grabbing one pair of shoes at a time. So I was grabbing all the shoes and taking them out so that the homeowner could go through it. Once again, if you are new here, some of my videos you will see the homeowners. In other ones, I try not to show them because of their privacy and their preferences. So in this case, I was trying to bring the stuff that I wanted her to go through into the master bedroom. That way she could go through each item and figure out what needed to stay and what needed to go. Now, the other big thing about doing this master closet today is this is a woman going through a separation, and she still had stuff from her husband or ex-husband in this closet that I wanted to get out, and he was actually coming over today to grab his stuff. So it made it real easy that right away we could get all of his stuff out of this closet and get it to be more practical and functional for her.
Sort out the lies, oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure.
Now, when I go through other people's houses, whenever I see papers that are not obvious recyclable or trash, I do try and put them into a separate box because these are obviously things that I can't go through and say, yes, keep and get rid of. So I like to put them in a box, and I let my homeowners know that take the time that you're sitting downstairs watching TV and just go through the box on commercial breaks. That way you're not overwhelming yourself. I know a lot of people get overwhelmed with paper clutter, and this is a good way to do it, of just literally put it away, and then when you're sitting on the couch relaxing, take your commercial breaks, and instead of speeding through them, because we all DVR nowadays, take those couple minutes that are a commercial break and go through the box, because I feel like a lot of us have paper clutter, but it can be super overwhelming because it's tedious. This is a good way to avoid the stress of going through all of that.
I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. No, us no more. We don't know. No, us no more. We don't know. No, us no more. We don't know. No, us no more. No, no. We don't know. No, us no more. We don't know. baby, going down, 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 baby, going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat, we keep moving like the river goes, baby, going down, 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 baby, going down, 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 down. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go, this time I know it for sure.
Now, I will say I definitely feel like the hardest part of going through, especially a closet, is it's very tedious. It's very important to go through everything. That way you can really figure out what you need and what you don't when it comes to your clothing. Now, when I do these houses, I do it once a week, and I usually have about 6 hours to work. So I don't always get to go through absolutely everything, but I try to go through as much as possible with the homeowner to figure out a way to make it easier for them. They can go in and tweak it some more and make it more functional for them. And I give them ideas of even things that they could buy to make it more visually appealing and more functional. But my focus in these 6 hours are really just to get it to a point that it's not overwhelming to them. So many people I work with, the reason they say they haven't even started is just it's gotten too overwhelming. So my job is to come in and kind of take that angst and that anxiety away. That way they can really just move on and hopefully better their lives in the long run. All right, and this can be another thing that comes up often that people say, I just feel like I'm moving it from one area to the next. Often, that is truly how it goes. Like, often I am just moving things literally so I can go through everything, and it may go back, it may not, but it gives you the idea of you're literally going through everything. Now, one thing I will recommend is if you find something that does not belong in this space and you have another room that it belongs in and that room is a complete disaster, don't go and put it in that room and be like, oh, it's got to be perfectly put away, because that's when you go down the rabbit hole of, oh, well, I can't put this away till I do this, but I can't do this till I do that. Literally just put it away in that room and then go back to the project you were working on. It's very important to stay focused on what you are doing, because it's when we go down that rabbit hole of, oh, I need to do this, but I can't do this till I do this, that you, one, feel exhausted by the end of it, but two, you get nothing done. So stay focused, work on one room at a time, and if that's too overwhelming, cut the rooms into sections, usually like into fourths, and work one section at a time. That way you don't overwhelm yourself and you see the progress, so it actually keeps you more motivated to keep on going and keep on improving. We got drunk and ended up at your place. From the moment that I saw you, I knew that it was love, bet that you felt the same. So I have to say, this piece of furniture looks so much easier to move when it's been sped up a good couple of times. But man, I have to say, this was extremely difficult to maneuver around. But I knew I wanted to get it on this back wall. That way I could organize her shoes all into one area. But man, this was difficult. It did not want to move for me at all. But then I just moved on to the shoes. Like I said, I wanted to have them all in one area. And I kind of changed it up a couple times. But the big thing was I took all the flip-flops and put them on the bottom. That way they were all in one area. And that's kind of what I was trying to do with all of these. Keep heels in one area, keep her tennis shoes in one area, everything. Now I can't say I wish she would have downsized her shoes a little bit. But hey, I used to have a shoe problem as well, so I can't judge any girl that loves her shoes too much.
What if I had never let you go? Sitting here, I need to let you know that I need you tonight. You should know that I miss you.
All right, and here's a little trick if you have boots. You can do one of two things. If you have place for the boots, if you get pool noodles, you can stick them in them so that they stay upright. Otherwise, this is great to hang them. Now, you can, depending on the type of boots you have, if they're a little bit more sensitive or if you don't have the right clips, just put a little bit of felt in between where the clippies are. And then hang your boots on pants hangers. They're nice and neat. They're all together and they're not falling over, getting their crimps or anything. And like I said, if you don't have nice clips and it might leave marks, a little bit of felt will save you from that. But I love doing this even with my boots because it keeps them nice and neat and I can see every single pair that I own.
It's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too.
Now, when it comes to clothes, it's totally personal preference. I personally like my clothes color coordinated, but in this case, we were just doing shirts together, dresses together, pants together, and jackets together. But organize it to what makes sense to you. My mom, she organizes it based off of seasons. I know other people that organize based off of color, like myself. Just do what works best for you. I do highly recommend, though, slowly transferring your hangers, or all at once if you can afford it, to felt hangers. It makes such a huge difference in look as well as just wear on your clothes. They hold onto your clothes so much better. And now on to the vacuuming. I love vacuuming these homes. And I know that sounds silly, but I just love seeing the dirt, gross floors getting beautiful vacuum lines all cleaned up. And this is one of my favorite parts. It also lets me know that we are coming to the end of my 6 hours and that we are finishing up one more project.
And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm
I wanna get away, but I could use some company. If you're alone like me, we could go on a trip. Girl, I wanna see the sun, dive into the deep ocean, dance with you all night long, move as you swing your hips. Let's take a breath.
Now, I will say there's definitely a lot that can still be done in this closet, but I am super happy with the way this turned out. She can actually get in there, she can find her things, and I think this is going to make a huge, huge difference on her life. If you guys enjoy these hoarder videos and it's your first time here, definitely check out my Hoarders series. I will have it on my end screen as well as listed in my description below. I've been doing this now for 6 months. I can't believe I've started this series about 6 months ago, but I have multiple different families that I have helped and I'm loving this. Also, if you're new here, subscribe if you enjoyed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I do upload on Sundays and Wednesdays and sometimes on Fridays for little bonus videos for you guys. But on Sundays are my hoarder series, and Wednesdays I take you to my home to show you how to maintain and keep up with a clean and tidy home. But until next time, bye!